Yeah, 3 times, 4 times. Doing gang things, living super clean. That done came up. Can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. Look at you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise. Punch a clock side, hustle or a business you endure to ensure that all the bills is paid. Slow clap for your homeboy. Could've turned out like your homeboy. Been on the same block, cooking up the same rock on the cell block lot with your homeboy. But no, you had vision, you had goal. Brand new you on the old time road. Take care of home where you bust your low. Black men don't cheat, screaming bump the hoe. Real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you PD grade. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the folk that have moved up. Even if you had the slow start screwed up. Used to gang bang, now homie brewed up. Had a little plan, I had them blew up. Look at you like a man right now. Dressed to the T, smelling like a grand right now. And you ain't got nothing from a handout now. Just faith and hard work gets it planned out now. You could've took a bunch of dusty rolls. The hand dealt with a bunch of cards to fold. To stay hot while the world is freezing cold. The same plot, but the story's never old. Slow clap for your kinfolk. Could've been asking what your info. Prosecutor could be trying to do you in for the 2020 twins, so you passing out the info. But no, you had purpose, you had plans. I ain't throwing nothing, I'ma say these bands won't impress y'all, don't need no fans. That ain't my God, who is that, man? This real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you peep these grades. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. Yeah, real man. Sheesh. Yeah, doing cane things. Mono. Living super clean. Daddy came up. 1 time for my kings doing king things. Mom these hoes cause you know he got a good thing. I submit and I cook and I clean and I never hold back on that pop. I'ma let it rain. Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins, and praise the Lord, saints. It's your favorite housewife, Miss Mana. Oh, praises to the Most High. Thank y'all for joining me this Friday evening. I know, right? It's not Thursday. I know. My bad, you guys. Thank you for joining me wherever you're joining me from, wherever you are. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, turn on your notifications so you know when we go live. I'm also streaming live on TikTok. Shout out to my audience on the Saya TV. We're on the Saya TV tonight. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So tonight we're going to talk about a few things, but our main topic is going to be Agents of Chaos. Agents of Chaos. And it's not just a cool movie name. It's actually something that I think we need to talk about. So we're going to get into that a little bit later on. But first, how y'all doing? How's everybody doing? How's the cold been treating you? It's not been nice to me. I'm just getting over some like icky little something or whatever. But Mullen, I have to say it right. Mullen, Mullein, Mullen and elderberry. Amazing. Came in clutch, natural herbs.
I buy the tea. I make the tea in my little loose leaf tea bags, and it is amazing. It clears everything right up. I'm telling you. So I don't know how many of y'all stream TikTok like I do, but it's like one of my most used social media apps. And TikTok has introduced something called the TikTok Shop, right? And it's a way for creators to earn commissions for the things that they feature in their videos, right? So, the creators go, they sign up, and every time you buy from their video, they get commission, which is great. Like, I'm not hating on anybody trying to get their money. By all means, get your paper, boo boo. But it's like TikTok has turned into like an Amazon review site, kind of. Because I mean, every other video is something from the TikTok shop. Buy this, buy that, and it's just like I don't scroll TikTok to shop. I don't scroll TikTok to find things to buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I scroll TikTok to be entertained, but you can't even be entertained anymore because something's always, you know, being offered to you. And uh, and look, I love clean talk, right? I love the cleaning videos. I love the organization videos. What I don't like is the impression that you need to buy all of these new things in order to clean and organize your home. That's just simply not true. You can organize with what you have. Everything doesn't have to be in a little plastic drawer. You don't need to buy the latest mop. I mean, trying to clean like the clean side of TikTok will have you with no home because you'll be so busy buying stuff, buying the organization stuff, buying the cleaning stuff that you won't have any money left for your home after you buy all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm being like I'm going in the opposite direction. And I just really feel led to with everything that's going on right now, So I kind of feel led to go in the opposite direction as far as simplifying things and decluttering things. Like today, I got free body wash from Target. Free body wash from Target. How did I do that? Instead of shopping for the fancy body wash, I went and got me some Suave, okay? Suave. It was like $3. So I got 2 bottles and I had $9 in my Target Circle earnings. So bloop, that was free. 2 bottles of body wash for free. I'm proud of myself. No, you know what? And I have to say, honey, you have been telling me this for the longest time, and I agree with you. You don't need all that stuff. Like, you just don't need all that stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not against shopping. I'm not against shopping, okay? But what I am against is making it seem like the making the over consumerism. The thought that, oh, your house can't be clean like mine. Your house is not going to be as good as mine if you don't have these things, or your car isn't going to be as clean as mine. And what I noticed is, especially on this one influencer, like when she does her car cleaning videos, and it's like you're making more stuff for yourself to have to buy, because instead of just having stuff, you have to put everything in these little containers. So don't you think the need to fill these containers is going to make you buy more stuff? That's just the way it's an endless cycle, right? It's an endless cycle, and I'm done with it. I'm ready to be out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna be simplifying, decluttering, going through things, and do I need it? Do I not need it? I'm thinking about making content out of it because I feel like we need to be influenced in the other direction. You know what I'm saying? We need to go the other way. So I don't know if you guys follow my content. If you do, or if you don't yet, I am at Miss Mono's World. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can, catch up with all of our content. You should also catch up with our chickens. Yes, we have chickens here over at the House of Mono. And so I came across this interesting video a few days ago, and I want to show it to you because it's about that very thing. And then once we watch this, we're going to talk about it.
From Dollar Tree. They can no longer afford to sell eggs anymore, okay? They can afford to sell steak, but they cannot afford to sell eggs. So you will no longer be getting your $1.32 eggs from Dollar Tree.
Okay, I don't know
Shipped
why I don't
all
have
the way from China, okay?
Okay,
so
my bad.
shipping costs have
So
gone.
yeah, I don't have the audio for this. I don't know why it's not playing for me. But the reason I had brought it up was because in the video she talks about how now at the dollar store the chicken and the eggs is not going to be regular chicken and eggs. They're going to be like imported, lab created chickens and eggs, right? And I mean, no, listen, you eat where you have to eat from. Oh, y'all did hear. Okay, I couldn't hear it. I don't know why I couldn't hear. Okay, so let me play it then if y'all could hear it because it was good stuff. I don't know why I couldn't hear, and I can't because you know what? I already closed the tab, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But you can go look that up. That was a video clip from Unwind with Tasha K on TikTok where she was talking about the condition of the chicken now. And of course, you know how we get. It's the I'm not that poor Olympics. So of course, nobody's buying the chicken and the eggs from the dollar store, but for some reason they keep stocking them and selling out. But anyway, um, so yeah, I just wanted to encourage y'all. If you can, if you have the ability to grow your own food, get you some chickens, holler at us. We got eggs. If you had the ability to do those things, then by all means do that, just so you know exactly what it is that you are eating. Um, when you grow it yourself, you know exactly what it is. It's real chicken eggs. We don't inject our chickens with any antibiotics or anything like that. So we just try to keep things as natural as possible. What is it called? Like open range or something like that. Yeah. So there you go. All right. And so I wanted to talk to y'all about the main topic, agents of chaos. And it's an actual term, it's not just a movie. But it's a term that refers to anything in your life. And for this instance, we're going to use it to mean anything in your life that is causing chaos, craziness, disorder, pulling you out of where you should be in life, right? And if you thought of a person when I was saying that, then that person is an agent of chaos in your life. Or if you thought of a particular thing, that thing is an agent of chaos in your life. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times we find ourselves in situations that we wish we could get out of, but for reasons that maybe we cannot explain to other people, we are stuck in. Like so many, abusive relationships. And abusive relationships can be more than just between people, right? You can have an abusive relationship with money. You can abuse money. You can have an abusive relationship with food. You can abuse food. When it becomes a thing of you not being able to control this thing's influence in your life, okay? Um, like for people who have problems overeating, food is not normally a chaos agent, right? We all need food to survive. However, when you start when you start poisoning the food, should I say, putting sugar unnecessarily in food, putting chemicals unnecessarily in food, injecting chickens with steroids so that they'll grow faster, injecting our cows with all kind of antibiotics and steroids, and then they turn around and have an effect on our body. Okay. Um, we know that sugar makes you want to eat more, right? And it's hard to find anything these days that's been processed that doesn't have sugar in it. So in the case of a person who has trouble controlling their food intake, now food becomes a chaos agent. All right. It's the same thing with the person who has problems with alcohol. Normally, alcohol is fine. It's just a libation. You use it to relax, loosen up, have a good time, whatever, whatever. But for a person who cannot control their consumption, now alcohol becomes an agent of chaos. What do I mean by that? I saw the documentary Painkiller on Netflix. If y'all have not seen that, y'all need to go watch that. It's really good. It's about the Sacker family, Purdue Pharma, and the release and the Oxycontin epidemic and everything else. So if y'all have not watched that, please go and watch that movie. It's really good. But in the movie, they talk about how Oxycontin was supposed to be a painkiller, even though it was made of heroin. Let's be clear, like it's definitely heroin. Okay, but the way they quote unquote intended it was just to be a painkiller, temporary painkiller. However, because of the molecular structure, people were becoming addicted to it. And in the movie, you see how it ruins people's lives. Okay, so in their case, it became a chaos agent. The thing about chaos agents is, for people looking on the outside of your life, there's no reason why you can't control this thing. Like, if you've ever witnessed a friend in an abusive relationship, be it mentally, verbally, emotionally, whatever, it's easy for you to look at this friend and be like, girl, you need to get out of that. I don't know why you're still messing with him. It's too much. I wouldn't be letting him do all that to me. It's easy to say that when it's not you, when your emotions aren't involved, when it's not your situation, when it's not you thinking, oh, I finally found the love of my life, even though he might treat me bad. It's easier to call it out when it's not you. The problem is when it is you, it's hard to heed the warnings. And the fact of the matter is, you yourself may realize that you are kind of imprisoned, bound up by a decision that you keep making. And in your heart, you may really want to stop making this decision, but you can't figure out why. What hold does this person have on you? You don't even really feel all that great when you're around them. For some reason, you can't figure out why you're lonely when they're not around. But then as soon as they come around, you're like, dang, I really don't want to be here with this person. You've got to be willing to sit down and examine that, especially again, I'm not gonna say especially when people are on the outside are telling you, because there may be a reason that, you may not have anybody around to tell you. You may not be being truthful with those around you so that they can tell you the truth, but you know the truth in yourself. And being that you know the truth in yourself, you've got to ground yourself and find a place and find the strength to keep going, to get yourself out of that situation. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a text. My bad, guys. Okay. All right, my bad. To get you out of that situation. So this is where self-responsibility, right? Self-examination, self-discipline, and it may seem like I'm being a bit humanistic, I guess, because I keep saying self, but we need to understand that the way that this world that we live in is set up, there's not much relief from the things that are ailing you. If you have a problem with food, I can't imagine what it must be like to watch television or to even go down the street, because we are so bombarded with advertisements for food and it's not the healthy food. You are not bombarded with a bunch of advertisements for lettuce and carrots and greens and you know what I mean? You are bombarded with messages about junk food. So if you have a problem with food, if you have a problem with sugar, the the over the overarching theme of capitalism and consumerism around here does not make it easy to control those things. So I get it, right? If you have a problem with shopping, like I was just talking about the TikTok shop earlier, like you literally can't go anywhere without ads, without advertisements, without somebody trying to get you to buy something. Okay? So it's not so much that we as humans should be relying on ourselves. That's not what I mean when I say self-discipline. That I'm not saying in the terms of, oh, you've got to help yourself. Absolutely not. You absolutely have to lean on the Most High for help overcoming these things. But the problem is we either A, don't recognize what's going on, B, we don't want to admit what's going on, or C, we know what's going on. We can admit what's going on. We are just, for whatever reason, not ready to give up on what's going on. Okay. Um, and again, like, where do you find refuge from the chaos? Because a lot of the things that cause the chaos in our life, a lot of us started with this thing or continue with this thing for emotional reasons. Okay. I tend to be an emotional shopper. Like if I'm hurt, if I'm going through something, my first recourse is, oh, this will make me feel better. Let's go shopping. Okay. That was my thing. So when you and often the crutches that we choose during our moments of emotionalism are not usually the healthiest things, if we can be honest. Um some people might be like, well, I choose to exercise, and that's great as long as you're not overdoing it. That's the problem. When we pick up a thing out of a need, we are trying to fill a void, and so sometimes we can tend to overdo it with those things. Okay. um so once you get to the once you get to the point where you realize that this thing is a problem, okay, now it's about doing the work that it takes to come out. Right now, it's about being willing to walk away from the people and the places and the things that are no longer serving you, that are no longer building you, they're no longer growing you. And that, yes, that is a step by step, case by case process. I totally get it. I totally get it. I totally understand. So, you know, I just wanted to come and talk about that. I know that was my main topic for yesterday. I know I wasn't on yesterday. I apologize about that. But hopefully I'll be back next Thursday. Um, I've just been having a lot of work going on around here. All praises to the Most High. Not complaining about the work. Happy for the work. So yeah, just recognizing those things that bring chaos to our lives, or even chaos to the people around us, a lot of times we don't realize that the things that affect us also affect the people in our orbit, right? You may feel like, well, your mood swings are only affecting you, but it's affecting the people around you as well. And people who love you don't like to see you hurt. They don't want to see you living anything but your best life. They don't want to see you living beneath your potential. They don't want to see you accepting less than you have to accept in any area of your life, right? So you may feel like, well, everybody's always on me. Why won't they leave me alone? Because they can see the destruction happening to you before you can. That's the thing about having people around you, right? So if you realize that you're in this position, of course, I'm going to tell you to pray about it. Pray, fast if you must. But I really feel like we're just at a day and time right now where we cannot afford to be out of the will of the Most High. Like seriously, the times that we are living in, the chaos that's going on around us, that's really going on around us in the world around us. Yeah, we cannot afford to be outside of the will of the Most High. Okay, so I definitely want to just leave y'all with that. Um, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to send me a message. But yeah, let's get rid of the things in our life that are causing problems. Like, get rid of the things in your life that you feel like are holding you back and that you realize are holding you back, whether it's a person or a thing or a habit, something that you're trying to get rid of, something that you're trying to kick. Seek help. You know what I mean? If it's a right, too late in the game to be BSing. Absolutely. If it's a addiction that you need help with, because I mean, those are the most common chaos agent is an addiction. If it's an addiction that you need help with, seek help for that. Like, don't be ashamed of that. I mean, even with the anonymous help, some people are still ashamed, and you don't have to be. You don't have to be. So I just wanted to leave y'all with that for today.
One time.
Hopefully we'll be back on our schedule next week. Talk about it Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. Bible study on Thursdays. And then Why Boaz Don't Want Your Ass Thursdays again at 8 o'clock p.m. Not a.m. p.m. All right. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me this evening. I will see y'all next week. Shalom and shalom and good night.
Living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead Fred to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. Look at you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise. Punch a clock side, hustle or a business you endure to ensure that all the bills is paid. Slow clap for your homeboy. Could've turned out like your homeboy. Been on the same block, cooking up the same rock on the cell block lot with your homeboy. But no, you had vision, you had gold. Brand new you on the old time road. Take care of home where you push your low black.